Hey YouTube, this is SaB0TaG, CEO of TYR Corporation of Exodus Alliance. I'm going to do something a little different for this video. I'm going to show you why I PvP in EVE Online. The fight I'm going to show you is nothing special. I didn't pilot particularly well, and I chose this video specifically because I made a bunch of mistakes. For this engagement, I'm in a 10 MN Afterburner Breacher that barely reaches 100 DPS. My only tank is a medium ancillary shield booster. I have no links, I didn't take any drugs or boosters, I have the implants of a 3-month-old PvP alt, and my squad commander Malediction alt just got blapped by 3 artillery thrashes on the other side of the gate I'm about to land on. The fleet in front of me is not an ideal target for my lone breacher, and I can't make the first move as I am negative 10 sec status. But I do want to fight. That fight was a lot of fun for me, even though I didn't kill anything. One thing I like to do after a fight is go over what I could have personally done better. I feel that, win or lose, doing this makes you a better pilot, and I try to encourage it in my Corp and Alliance mates. So what could I have done better that fight? The number one thing would have been to not almost burn out all my mid-rack modules in the first 30 seconds of the fight. I was getting my ults pod safe and not paying attention to the mid-rack heat level. That one mistake echoed through the whole fight. If I was able to overheat my prop mod, web, or point at different times, I might have been able to secure 3 kills. You can see in a couple instances I try to slingshot people, but without overheat I don't have the speed with prop mod or the range for web and point. Another thing I feel I could have done better is manage my camera. It's way too zoomed in. I was doing a lot of piloting off the overview, which is generally fine for straight line burns, but I got lazy and used approach a couple times instead of manually choosing the best turn. This is not good for a ship that maneuvers like a pregnant whale. Sometimes you do have to compromise between module management and manual piloting though. It also didn't help that I was trying to get my alt reshipped. Lastly, drone management. Besides Hobgoblin 2s being a poor choice next to Warrior 2s for a running fight like this, I should have done 2 things. I should have expanded the window of my drone bay to show both my drones in local space, so I could see when they were engaged and or taking damage. I ended up losing one before I realized they were under attack. I also should have spammed my drone hotkey on my main target more. After rewatching the footage, I could see that half the time my drones weren't even engaged on my main target. They were on their own mission to destroy their evil nemesis, the Warrior 2. I know I hit the hotkey, but sometimes the command just doesn't take, so make sure you spam that. This is not a good way to use 40% of your DPS. These are by no means the only things I could have done better, but in my opinion they had the greatest effect on the outcome. If you missed any of this on the first viewing, go back and watch the fight with these 3 things in mind. I just owned my mistakes, making it less likely I will make them next time in combat. All in all, that breacher fit cost me 13 million ISK to fit, and my implants were about 60 million ISK. Probably used about 10 to 15 million of my skill points in that fight, so anybody could fly that exact setup with just a few months training if they want to. I play E for fights like this. You don't need a lot of ISK or skill points to PvP, and so many players fall into the trap of thinking bigger or more expensive is better. Sometimes less is more. I'm a strong believer that perfection is reached not when there's nothing left to add, but when there's nothing left to take away. Every advantage you give yourself in a fight is less of a challenge for you to overcome. Realistically, in a game like EVE with an ever-changing metagame, perfection is impossible. You can only try and stay ahead of the curve. If you make that one of your goals, EVE becomes much more rewarding. That's it for this video. If you want me to do more PvP videos with commentary analysis like this, please let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. SaB0TaG out.